And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry, Missouri, where we are at Elsberry High School. And we are going to see tonight the championship game of the Class 2 District 5 boys basketball. This game is going to be between the Van Far Indians and the Elsberry Indians. So there's going to be a lot of Indians running around here tonight. Once again, hope I don't get shot by an arrow. But this is the number one team in the seeded team. I'll get it out here. Number one seeded team in this bracket, Van Far, versus the number 3 seeded team, Elsberry. At this point in time, Van Far is, see, I got it all written down here. Van Far is 19-7 coming into this game, and Elsberry is 14-12. And they have met 2 times this year, and Van Far has walked away with a victory each time. On December the 8th, they played at Van Far, and the score was 73-57. And then on January the 3rd, in the Clopton tournament, and the score was 74-44. I'm hoping that it's at least a closer game tonight. I really feel that Elsberry can come out on top in this game. We'll just have to see about that. The winner of tonight's game will go on to the state tournament in the state sectionals at Hannibal Wednesday night. And they will be playing the winner of the District 6 tournament, which is going to be Milan, who is 25-0, or Princeton, 15-8. But got to win the game to get to that one. And one of these two will be in Hannibal Wednesday night. We're just going to have to wait and see which one it is. Just now, we finished up a game, extremely exciting game between the Clopton Lady Hawks and the Paris Lady Coyotes. And Clopton came out on top of that, so congratulations to the Clopton Lady Hawks. They're a local team right here. And they will also be going to Hannibal to play. The score was the score at the end of the game wasn't so close. Clopton won by about 10 or 12 points. But the game itself was a back and forth, extremely close game. Very well played by both teams. Both teams are very good teams. And that was a number 1 seed Paris versus number 2 seed Clopton. So, and somewhere along the line, I was told that Paris was ranked like number 3 in the state. Not sure about that one. But back to this game. Here's how the 2 teams playing tonight got to this point. Van Far defeated Louisiana in the first round, and then they defeated Paris in the second round, and that put them in the championship game. Elsberry defeated Clopton in the first round and then defeated New Haven in the second round, and that's how they got into this championship game. So let's go ahead and go over the rosters for each one of these teams. Playing for Van Far tonight is number 0, Verdell Johnson. He is a junior. Number 4, junior, Colin Wilburn. Number 10, senior, Caden Wilburn. Number 11, senior, Jamal Troy. Number 14, a junior, Julian Holtkamp. Number 20, a senior, Verlin Johnson. Number 21, a senior, Dillian Miner. Number 22, a junior, Sam Middleton. Number 24, a junior, Aiden Lawrence. Number 25, a senior, Riley Culwell. Number 30, a senior, Trayson Culwell. Number 34, a senior, Trey Miller. Number 35, a junior, Riley Hansen. Number 40, a junior, Morgan Slatton. Coach Pat Conaway, Brett Reading. Managers, N.J. Conaway, Pacey Reading, Tony Garland, Caden Caldwell, Latrell Wright, Preston Burton, and Mark McDowell. Somebody just texted me and said my sound keeps cutting out. If anybody else is listening, go ahead and try to let me know if that's the case. Because everything looks like it's going just fine. So we'll just have to see. All right. That is the Van Far Indians. They will be the home team tonight on the scoreboard by virtue of being the number 1 seeded team. And now for the Elsberry Indians. On the roster tonight, number 1, Cody Thornhill. Number 2, start this over. Number 1, Cody Thornhill. He is a junior. Number 2, sophomore, Nathan Henry. Number 3, a freshman, Jack St. Pierre. Number 5, a sophomore, Raul Berrigan. Number 10, a junior, Shane Lewis. Number 11, a senior, Hunter Grills. Number 12, a senior, Derek Taylor. Number 14, a freshman, Colby Twellman. Number 20, a freshman, Joel Mound. Number 22, a freshman, Eli Gladney. Number 24, a junior, Jake Reimel. Number 44, a senior, Garrick Hill. Number 50, a freshman, Bo Henry. And number 54, a senior, Trevor Anthony. The Elsberry Indians are coached by Chad Twellman, assisted by Andrew Hopkins. And managers is Mackenzie Johnson, Lauren Eberhardt, and Jada Irving. One more time, I want to put out the names of the cheerleader, the Elsberry cheerleaders. They are here every night for every game, and they are athletes in their own right. We have Kara Rose King. She is a senior. A junior, Madison Steen. Sophomore, Melody Hall. Junior, Jade Cooper. Junior, Jordan Sir. Junior, Haley King. Sophomore, Briley King. And junior, Gracie Mahurin. Cheerleading coaches is Faye Mays and Carrie Braden. All right, once again, I want to point out that unfortunately for one of these teams, it's going to be the last game of the season. Since I'm broadcasting for Elsberry, I've got to say I'm hoping it's Van Far, but the Van Far fans are hoping it's Elsberry has the last game of the season. So with a little over 2.5 minutes to go until they start this game, let's go ahead and get a commercial in here.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines.
Okay, they started a little bit sooner than I thought they would. Let's go ahead and listen in as they do the starting lineups for these two teams. I'll just name them off as I get them. Once again, Elsberry's going to be in the away uniforms. They are in red. Van Far is going to be in white with yellow and black. Starting tonight for Elsberry. Number 3, Jack St. Pierre. Number 12, Derek Taylor. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Garrick Hill. And number 54, Trevor Anthony. That is the starting lineup for your Elsberry Indians. Now, starting lineup for the Van Far Indians. Number 0, Verdell Johnson. Number 10, Caden Wilburn. Number 20, Verlin Johnson. Number 30, Trayson Colwell. And number 34, Trey Miller. That is the starting lineup for the Van Far Indians. And Elsberry is out there ready to play right now. And here comes Van Far. So Trevor Anthony is going to be jumping against, who is this out there? I can't see his number. It is number 20, Verlin Johnson. And Van Far gets the ball to begin this game. Here is a three-point shot to start the game. No good. Rebound goes to Van Far. Take it back out into the point. Cross court, and Trevor Anthony tried to steal the ball, but he ended up committing a foul. First foul of the game, first foul for Trevor Anthony. Van Far going to pass it around a little bit. Here's another three-point shot. That was Verdell Johnson, and no good, and Garrick Hill came up with the rebound. Gets it over to Derek Taylor, and he's out at the point. Jack St. Pierre gets it on the baseline. Gets it on the baseline to Garrick Hill. Trevor Anthony had the ball bounce to him, and it was knocked out of bounds by Trayson Colwell. Garrick Hill has it in. Gets it out on the point to Derek Taylor. Jake Reimel is going to, he was driving it in, and he got it back out to Trevor Anthony. They set it back up again. Now here's Derek Taylor over here on the near corner. Back out to St. Pierre. Here's Garrick Hill going to drive it in. Gives it to Trevor Anthony. No good from right underneath. Van Far brings it back up the court. They get the ball in deep. Puts it up, and Anthony blocks that pass. Throws it, but it's going to be too far. Jake Reimel couldn't catch up with it. So there's still no score in this game, and Clopton is, not Clopton, Van Far. Maybe I'll get something right on this broadcast. Sitting here watching Clopton in the game before. Van Far gets it over to the far corner. They get it inside. And now here's another three-point shot, and it's good. Van Far strikes first, 3-0. Derek Taylor out on the point. They get it in to Garrick Hill. He puts it up and the shot is blocked. That's blocked by Trey Miller. And there was an offensive foul right there on Caden Wilburn. Get the ball into Jake Reimel. Garrick Hill brings it up, gets it across the timeline. Jake Reimel dribbles around, and the ball is stolen. That was Verdell Johnson. Took it in. It's 5-0 Van Far over Elsberry. Jake Reimel from outside. He drives into baseline, puts it up, and the ball is partially blocked. Another three-pointer, no good, and Jack St. Pierre up with that rebound. And here's Derek Taylor bringing it up the court. 4:18 remaining in the first quarter, 5-0 Van Far over Elsberry. Trevor Anthony down on the baseline, takes it up, gives it to Jack St. Pierre. He was started to drive the baseline, decided against it. Gets it back out to Garrick Hill, and he gets it back out on the far, far point to Derek Taylor. He didn't have anybody to throw it to. They had to come to his rescue. St. Pierre here in the near corner. Elsberry having a lot of trouble getting this ball in. Trevor Anthony's going to drive in, gets it over to Derek Taylor. He looked at a three-pointer, changed his mind, drove the baseline, gets it in for 2 points, 5-2. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. There's another three-pointer. Bounces out. Garrick Hill's got it. Derek Taylor's going to take it in. And the ball bounces out. And there was a foul called on. That foul was. Who was that? Okay, it was on Derek Taylor. That's his first. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. 5-2. Van Far over Elsberry. Van Far has possession of the ball. There's a three-point shot, and it's good for Verdell Johnson. 8-2. Garrick Hill out on the point with it now. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Derek Taylor gets it into Garrick Hill. He gets it to Bo Henry underneath. He puts it up, and it does not drop. And the ball was stolen away from Trevor Anthony after he rebounded on the baseline. And it goes out of bounds off of Van Far. Stays with Elsberry. Jake Reimel throws it in all the way out to the point to Trevor Anthony. He hands it off to Derek Taylor. They get the ball over to Garrick Hill. He drives it in, and he draws a foul. So that puts Garrick Hill on the line. 1:32 remaining in the first quarter. 8-2, Van Far over Elsberry. Garrick Hill on the line with 2 shots. First shot is no good. Second shot coming up. And it's no good. And Verlin Johnson got the rebound. Van Far brings it back up the court. And that was Trey Miller called for traveling. He tried to drive it in, found himself in a triangle of Elsberry Indians, couldn't go any farther, and they called him for traveling. 1:15 remaining in the first quarter, 8-2, Van Far over Elsberry in this district championship game. Winner goes on to Hannibal in this sectional round. Loser goes home. Season is over, and wait till next year. Derek Taylor dribbling around. Now Garrick Hill gets it, and he drives in. Tries to get it to Bo Henry, and it was picked off by Van Far. And that ball stolen, and then it goes to player Van Far. Let's see, Joel Mound and Dillian Miner went for it. And so jump ball was called, and on the alternating possessions, it goes over to Elsberry. .30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. They get it across the line. .20 seconds. Bo Henry out, and Joel Mound was called for traveling. 11.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 8-2, Van Far over Elsberry. Again, not exactly a high-scoring game. Van Far trying to set it up for the last shot. 3-point shot, and it's no good, and Bo Henry gets that rebound. And that buzzer says it's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Elsberry 8. I'm sorry, Van Far 8, Elsberry 2. Let's take a break.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. And Van Far has the ball to begin this second quarter. Or you could call it the second half of the first half. And there was Trayson Colwell called for traveling. Must be a slick floor out there tonight. Jake Reimel gives the ball back to Garrick Hill. He brings it across the time, gets it up to the timeline. All right, Garrick Hill out at the point, passes it off to Derek Taylor at the point. Now in the near corner, Jake Reimel down to the baseline to Trevor Anthony. And let's just play some pitch and catch here. Jake Reimel had gotten himself onto the baseline, but they couldn't get the ball to him. All right, they are just passing it around, and there's Garrick Hill, tried to drive in, couldn't do it. Now here's Trevor Anthony on the baseline. And a foul was called on Verdell Johnson. That's his first. Ball's into Derek Taylor. Garrick Hill takes it up, cannot get it to drop. I don't know how many shots they've missed from right underneath, but a bunch. All but one, because they only have 2 points. Now there's Van Far with a 3-point shot, no good, and Elsberry up with the rebound. Van Far is not afraid to shoot those 3-pointers. Jake Reimel on the far corner gets a ball, cross-court pass. Now they get it onto the free throw line for Garrick Hill. He puts it up, and the shot was blocked. Fast break coming down for Van Far, and couldn't get it in. A foul was drawn. That foul was on Jake Reimel. That's his first. 5:47 remaining in the first half. Van Far 8, Elsberry 2. And there's a 3-pointer, and it's good. That was Caden Wilburn, 11-2. Long pass up for Jake Reimel. A little faster than what my camera did. But in the meantime, we have Derek Taylor out on the point. Gets it to Jake Reimel back at the timeline. They get the ball in deep to Trevor Anthony. He puts it up for 2. Finally, they hit something from down low. 11-4. Three-point shot, no good, and Bo Henry came up with that rebound, and it was knocked out of his hands, so it stays with Elsberry. Bo Henry comes out, and Jack St. Pierre goes in. So Elsberry cross the timeline. Start putting the ball around. Get the ball into Trevor Anthony, back out to Derek Taylor. He takes a 3-point shot. And that ball was off to the left. Goes out of bounds, and Van Far will take over. Get the ball in deep. No good. Van Far getting all these rebounds. And they called a jump ball on that one. Elsberry defenders were just standing there. They weren't jumping up with it, so they didn't call a foul. Alternating possession, it goes over to Elsberry. And here's Derek Taylor. I thought he was going to go up fast, but he pulled it up. Jack St. Pierre here on the near corner. Get the ball in deep to Garrick Hill. He puts it up and no good. They've only hit 2 shots from underneath. So Garrick Hill is on the line with 2 free throws. First one's up and good. Second one is good. 11-6. 5-point lead for Van Far. 3:47 remaining in the first half. And there we have him charging an offensive foul on Verdell Johnson. That is his second foul. Derek Taylor's going to bring it up across the timeline. And Derek Taylor was called for traveling there. They said he shuffled his feet. So Van Far takes over with the possession. Derek Taylor tried to steal that one. Here's a 3-point attempt, and it's good. That was Sam Middleton for 3. Ball passed right to Sam Middleton again, so Van Far has this one. Shot was up and no good. Ball rumbling around, and timeout called by the bench for Van Far. So with 2:51 remaining in the first half, the score is 14-6, Van Far over Elsberry. This was a 30-second timeout, so we'll just take a break here. Or, I'm sorry, we'll just stay right with it. We'll take a break next time. Let's see, we got 41 people watching this, and I got another message said it was cutting out, but better now. That was at 7:11. Yeah, I think sometimes whenever this, when I first turn it on, it seems to take a little while to sputter. It's like the old carbureted cars. I got a thing here I can watch, and it was showing some dropped frames. There's a 3-point attempt, and it's good. That was Colin Wilburn. They are absolutely dominating the 3-point shot. 17-6, 11-point lead for Van Far. Trevor Anthony just drove under the basket on the baseline. Now Jake Reimel has it out at the point. And Trevor Anthony lost the handle on that one, and it goes over to Van Far. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And so far, Van Far is absolutely dominating the 3-point shooting. And that's where they've gotten most of their points. That coupled with Elsberry not being able to hit anything from underneath. And we've got a 17-6 score. And a minute and a half left. Didn't really see exactly what happened there, but there was a turnover. And Elsberry has the ball. Minute and a half left, a little under a minute and a half. Derek Taylor has the ball here on the near corner. Gets it back, shovels it out to Garrick Hill. He takes it up, and it did not drop in. What does it take for them to buy a basket? Less than 1 minute in the first half. Here's another three-point shot. No good, and Jake Reimel up with that rebound. "40 seconds. And Derek Taylor tried to drive in and was called for traveling. Nothing at all going right for Elsberry in this game. Looks like Van Far is going to go for the final shot of the half. They're just passing it around out from the near corner to the far corner. Seven seconds left. There's a 20-foot shot. No good. And it stays with Van Far. 1.7 seconds remaining. And on the inbounds, Van Far tried getting a couple shots. Garrick Hill blocked them all. So, at the end of one half of a game of basketball, Van Far Indians 17, Elsberry Indians 6. Let's take a little break here.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, Your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back. Got a minute and a half before this game starts up again. Got the camera over here on the Elsberry team. Looks like they're coming in off the court. I just want, one of the things I want to mention is the crowd here tonight. We have a huge crowd here. I know I can't show my side of the, well, there I can. There's looking down to my right on my side of the gymnasium. And here's looking to the left. And as you can see, it is full. They got the stage up there full. And the other side of the gym is full. And now granted, this is a home game, you might say, for Elsberry. And Van Far is not that far away. Yes, I know, Van Far away. Yes, haha. But you know, it's not that far away, but it is really, really nice to see so many people come out and support their teams. Now, I'm sitting here right smack in the middle of a bunch of Van Far fans, but that's the way I do on every game. Just where they have my table set up is always in the visitor section. So I'm used to having people scowling at me whenever I say yay for Elsberry. So anyway, game has started back again. Van Far with the ball. And there's another one of their patented three-point shots, and they get the rebound and get the shot from underneath. 19-6. Derek Taylor takes it in, draws a foul, and he couldn't get the shot to drop in. They've only had, I think, one shot from the paint. One shot go in from the paint. So, Derek Taylor on the line for two shots. First shot is up and no good. That is the way this game is going. Second shot is no good. And Jake Reimel stole that ball, threw it in, and it went right to a Van Far Indian. Get the ball down underneath, and Van Far is getting them in. They are getting them in from the paint. 21-6, Van Far over Elsberry. Garrick Hill bringing it up. Got to get it across the timeline. Jack St. Pierre now over to Derek Taylor. Trevor Anthony gets it in deep. Passed it in deep to Garrick Hill. It was over his head and out of bounds. And we have a timeout, Elsberry. 6:56 remaining in the third quarter. 21-6, Van Far over Elsberry. All right. That was, once again, that was just a 30-second timeout. Van Farr brings it up. Keeping it out on the perimeter, looking for somebody to pass inside, but they really don't need to with the kind of three-point shooting they're doing tonight. And there's a three-point shot. No good. Jake Reimel up with that rebound. Ball knocked out of bounds by Van Farr. Trevor Anthony up, no good. And the rebound was by Caden Wilburn. Here's a three-point shot, no good. Jack St. Pierre tried to get the rebound, and instead he was fouled. So Jake Reimel's going to take it out of bounds, gets it into Garrett Hill. He's going to dribble up the court. And he's just going to take it right in. Ball did not drop in. Trevor Anthony with the rebound. And, you know, what do I say here? Nothing is going right for Elsberry. Van Farr is just shooting the heck out of three-pointers, and Elsberry can't get anything to drop in. And there was a foul on Jake Reimel. He reached in, tried to steal the ball. Van Farr got the ball in. And now they're out beyond the three-point stripe. And there was a three-point attempt by Caden Wilburn. And uncharacteristically, it did not go in. And Jake Reimel passed the ball, and it was stolen. And now there was a scramble for the ball, and it goes out of bounds to Elsberry. Garrick Hill from the free throw line. No good. And Van Farr with the rebound. Van Farr is getting the three-point shots. They're getting the rebounds. They're getting the shots from underneath. Elsberry cannot get the shots from underneath. They're not really trying any three-pointers. Ball driven in by Trey Miller, and it rolled around for a while on the rim and didn't drop in. So Elsberry up with that rebound. Get the ball in deep to Derek Taylor. He puts the ball down on the floor. Trevor Anthony has it, tries driving the baseline. Derek Taylor for three, no good. And Van Farr up with the rebound. Get the ball in deep. Garrick Hill defending and gets the rebound on the miss. Derek Taylor up Ball didn't drop in, but it didn't matter because he was called for a charging foul. And that's 2 fouls on Derek Taylor. So Van Far now has it out on the another 3-point attempt. No good. And Derek Taylor up with that rebound. Maybe Van Far has cooled off a little bit with their 3-pointers, but to go along with that, Elsberry is going to have to start hitting some shots. That's fine if Van Far doesn't hit anymore, but Elsberry needs to hit something. And that time Derek Taylor drove in. He drew the foul. Still couldn't get the shot to drop, though. So Derek Taylor on the line for 2 shots. First one is good. Second one is good. 21-8. Van Far over Elsberry. 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. And Trey Miller called for traveling. Turnover to Elsberry. Joel Mound gets it into Gary Kill. Now Joel Mound takes it up, turns it around, brings it back out. Gary Kill running around out at the head of the key. Joel Mound for 3. No good, and Bo Henry cannot get the rebound. It was off of his hand. Hunter Grills is getting ready to come in. Another 3-point attempt, no good. They get the ball into the paint. What are we calling here? I didn't see the call. I don't know if it's 3 points in the lane. It could very easily have been 3 points in the, not 3 points, 3 seconds in the lane. Garrick Hill thought about driving the baseline, gets it out to Hunter Grills. Now here's Trevor Anthony with it. And the ball was thrown away to Van Far. Looking at Coach Twellman down there, he's looking very disgusted. Can't say that I blame him. Another three-pointer. No good, but Van Far does get the rebound. Get the ball in deep, push it back out. Now here comes Joel Mound up for a layup, and it falls in. 21-10. I mean, in reality, you look at this, there's only an 11-point lead for Van Far, but that's huge in this game because Elsberry can't hit their shots. Van Far tries to drive in, couldn't do it. So back out of the perimeter. Now, once again trying to drive in. I think they get somebody over here for a three-pointer. He looked at it. Caden Wilburn has it outside now, trying to rally his troops, saying, okay, let's get something going here. 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. There's a three-point shot, and it's good. That was Sam Middleton for another three. 24-10. Long three-pointer for Garrick Hill. 2.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Bo Henry is called for a foul on that rebound attempt. And timeout called.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, 2.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Van Far has the ball. Long shot. Oh my goodness! There was a shot from about 5/8 of the way back. And that in a microcosm is what's going on for Van Far tonight. They are hitting everything from outside. So at the end of the third quarter, after a fantastic shot, I didn't even see who shot that. I wasn't looking that close. But long shot. Like I said, probably 5/8 of the way of the court. So let's take a break here.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back to start the fourth quarter of this ball game. And it looks like somebody dropped a bunch of stuff out on the court. They're out there picking it up now. All right, 8 minutes to go in this game. If Elsberry wants to even be here at the end of this game, they need to pick it up. Van Far has gotten a patent. Van Far has gotten a patent on three-point shooting. And Elsberry can't even come close with their points in the paint. But Garrick Hill drove in and did draw the foul. That foul was on Trey Miller. It's his third. First shot is up and bounces out. Once again, there's part of that microcosm of what's going on in this game. Van Far is hitting very well from outside, and Elsberry can't hit anything from anywhere. All right, apparently there was a lane violation. He hit the shot, and there was a lane violation, so he does get another shot. And it bounces out. Van Far down the court, up the court, side the court, whatever it is. They've got order in their court. They're just looking. They've got time to do things. They're in no hurry to get any more points, apparently. Very low-scoring game here. In the fourth quarter, 27-11. That's more like a football score. And through all of that, Elsberry comes up with the ball. It was stolen away. Derek Taylor goes in, could not get the shot, couldn't get a foul, didn't get a charging foul. All right, there was Garrick Hill trying to steal the ball. And he did get the foul called. So that's the first foul on Garrick Hill tonight. And Verdell Johnson ran the baseline there. Drew the foul on Derek Taylor. That's his third of the game. 6:44 remaining. Verdell Taylor at the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. 28-11. Second shot is good. 29-11. 18-point lead for Van Far. There's Hunter Grills for 3. And he did not get it. Trevor Anthony up for the jump ball. And on alternating possessions, it goes to Van Far. Hunter Grill's going to be throwing it in. He gets it into Jack St. Pierre. Gets it over to Derek Taylor. Trevor Anthony out at the point. Now Jack St. Pierre down on the baseline, but brings it back out. And finally, Derek Taylor gets 2 points from driving in. 29-13. And Elsberry stole the ball there. And Derek Taylor for 2 more points. And a timeout called by Van Far. Let's take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, 5:58 remaining in this ball game. Score right now is Van Far 29, Elsberry 15. Elsberry's finally showing a little bit of life in the last 30 to 40 seconds. Let's hope they can continue to do something. But it's starting to get late in the game, and Van Far is not going to just roll over. So, come back out. Van Far has the ball. And they need to get it up the line. They finally do. Foul called on I believe Trevor Anthony. Yes, that's his second. And Van Far gets it back out on the point. And we have an injured player out there. Verdell Johnson was knocked over. No foul was called, but he was knocked over and he's got the wind knocked out of him. I guess they don't have the rule in high school basketball where if you're injured like that or possibly injured that you have to come out of the game. I know they do on some sports. Shot was no good. Derek Taylor up with that shot. He draws the foul and the 2 points. Once again, Elsberry starting to show a little bit of life here. Derek Taylor up, and the free throw is good. Van Far, a lot of pressure being put on by Elsberry, and there was Hunter Grills called with the foul. And with that being the 7th team foul, that puts Van Far on the line with a 1-and-1, and we have Caden Wilburn on the line now for a 1-and-1. First shot is up, and it's good. 30-18, 12-point lead for Van Far. Second shot is up, and it's no good. And that ball is off of Trevor Anthony, so it stays with Van Far. Van Far's driving in, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. The shot was blocked, ball knocked out of bounds by Trevor Anthony. Stays with Van Far. Right underneath. Beautiful play by Van Far there. Right underneath to Caden Wilburn, and he puts it up for 2. Derek Taylor up for 2. No good. That foul was on Derek Taylor. That's his 4th foul of this game. 4:42 remaining in the 4th quarter. That puts Verdell Johnson on the line for a 1-and-1. First shot is no good, and Garrick Hill with the rebound. Garrick Hill puts the ball up. He drives in strong and puts the ball up for 2 points. 32-20. Van Far has the ball down on the baseline, brings it back out again. Heavy pressure now by Elsberry. Like I said, Elsberry's finally coming to life. It took about 26 minutes of basketball for them to come alive. 3:57 remaining. And Caden Wilburn drove in, couldn't get the shot, but does draw the foul. And that foul was on Garrick Hill. That's his second. First shot is no good off the back of the rim. Second shot is good. 13-point lead for Van Far. 3:52 remaining. Garrick Hill bringing it up. Okay, something blacked out on me here, but it seems to be working now. All right, once again, set this up here. 3:48 remaining in the game. 33-20, Van Far over Elsberry. Elsberry has the alternating possession. There's 9 team fouls on Elsberry and 5 team fouls on Van Far. Next foul will put Van Far on the line with 2 shots. 3-point shot by Jake Reimel, no good. And Van Far comes up with that rebound. And Jake Reimel was trying to steal the ball, and he was called for the foul. That puts Trey Miller on the line for 2 shots, and that is Jake Reimel's 3rd foul. First shot is good. 34-20. Second shot rolls around a while and goes in. Garrick Hill brings it up the court. Gets it over to Jake Reimel. Back into Garrick Hill. He goes up and the shot is blocked from behind. Shot was blocked from behind by Dillian Minor, and a foul was called. That puts Garrick Hill on the line for 2 shots. First shot is up and bounces around and goes in. 35-21. Second shot is good. 35-22. Hunter Grills is in. Joel Mound sits down. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Hunter Grills. Stays with Van Far. Van Far brings it up and passes it around, and now they're going to stay out here at the timeline. They're just going to pass it around a while now. And there was a foul called on Jake Reimel. That's his 4th. That puts Verdell Johnson to the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. 36-22. Second shot is up, and it's good. 37-22, 15-point lead, 2:50 remaining. Derek Taylor takes it in, and the ball stolen away from him. Verdell Johnson has it, gets it over to Caden Wilburn. Van Far showing why they are a state championship team. They are just passing it around, dribbling it around, taking up some time. 2:11 remaining. Takes it up. The shot was good, but an offensive foul on Trey Miller. Joel Mound took that one. Derek Taylor with the ball, bringing it up the court. Less than 2 minutes to go. Get the ball into Trevor Anthony. There's Joel Mound for 3. And it's no good, and Van Far comes up with that rebound. And they get it across the timeline and bring it back. Caden Wilburn tried to drive it in. Shot was blocked at the same time that Garrick Hill committed a foul. That's his 3rd. So we have Caden Wilburn at the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. 38-22. Second shot bounces around a while and falls in. Garrick Hill with the ball coming up the court. He takes it in strong, and the shot would not drop. So Van Far brings it in, a little over a minute. Trey Miller draws a foul on Trevor Anthony. That's Trevor Anthony's 3rd foul. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. First shot is no good. Bounces off the left side of the rim over to the right side. Second shot is good. 40-22, 18-point lead. Three-point attempt by Garrick Hill, no good. Van Far with the rebound. Throws it right to Garrick Hill. He puts it up, no good. And Van Far comes up with the rebound. Verdell Johnson. And Van Far just brings it out. They're going to just pass it around. 37 seconds. And timeout called. So 33 seconds. in what is probably 33 seconds remaining in what is, I'm sure, the last game of the season for Elsberry. And this was not a good game for Elsberry at all. They couldn't hit their shots from underneath. Van Far was hitting everything from the perimeter. And congratulations. I mean, it's a little early to say that now, but congratulations to Van Far on a successful districts. And I wish them well in the state tournament. So Elsberry's decided to put younger players in. Classy move there by Coach Twellman. This is the team of the future coming in right here. We have Cody Thornhill, Colby Twellman, Eli Gladney, Bo Henry, and Raul Berrigan. That's who's on the court right now. Again, that's the teams we're going to be seeing next year. So 21 seconds remaining. And they're just going to throw it around out there. Ball turned over to Elsberry. Three-point attempt, no good. And that is the end of the ball game. That's the end of the district championships. Van Far has defeated your Elsberry Indians by a score of 40-22. And once again, I will say that it was not a pretty game. Excuse me there. That was not a pretty game at all. And now here's the District 5, Class 2, District 5 second place trophy given to Elsberry. And the first place trophy goes to the Van Far Indians. Well deserved. They played a good game tonight. And so I just want to say that. Well, now hang on. Here's the here's the all-district team for Van Far. Verlin Johnson, Paris player, a Mark Twain player. I'm not understanding what he's saying. From Elsberry, Derek Taylor, all-district team.
From Van Far,
Caden Wilburn for Van Far.
From Van Far,
Trey Miller from Van Far.
From Elsberry, Garrick Hill.
And from Elsberry, Garrick Hill. Two Elsberry players made it to the all-district team. Very deserving. So, like I said, this is the end of the line for the Elsberry Indians now for this season. They're losing several really good players. I just want to say to, let's see here, to Hunter Grills, to Derek Taylor, to Garrick Hill, and to Trevor Anthony. Much like I told the girls team, it has been an honor and a pleasure to broadcast your games this year. I am going to really miss the seniors and also the senior Kara Rose King for the cheerleaders and the managers, Mackenzie Johnson and Lauren Eberhardt. Also their final game. But I will really miss broadcasting next year with you guys gone. But that's the way it is in high school sports. And we'll have a new crop of juniors and seniors up here next year that I will be just as excited for. So, with the final goodbye of the season for the Elsberry Indians, and I guess now it's on to baseball, but with the final goodbye, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Elsberry. And for all you just basketball fans, farewell until next year. Good night.